you're going to get through this, man. You're going to get through this. But it's psychologically, you got to be tough. This session is going to be about betrayal and psychologically about divorce, the psychological aspects of divorce. We're talking about entrepreneurs, people that have money. This is deeply psychologically, and I've lived it. Divorce rate among entrepreneurs, approximately 43 to 48%. Slightly higher than the general population due to stress, long hours, and financial pressures. I've been divorced twice, 33 and 66. I'm a workaholic. I want to tell people, beware, watch out. This is all a accumulation of 50 years of doing business as an entrepreneur and going through a divorce. Entrepreneurs who divorce once have an elevated risk of remarriage and second divorce, with second marriages in the U.S. having a greater than 60% divorce rate. All right. Longevity of successful entrepreneurs. Roughly 50% of small businesses survive past 5 years. These long-term entrepreneurs often face higher rational stress over time. Husband and wife businesses, joint businesses, husband and wife. About 1.2 million businesses in the U.S. are jointly run by spouses. Divorce among these couples can threaten both the marriage and the company. We all know stories of what happened. It could be your boss. It could be you. Or you're thinking about it, or you're in it. Children in entrepreneurial families. My kids. Nearly 70% of entrepreneurs over age 35 have children. Custody, co-parenting, and family balance are critical factors during a divorce. You got the courts after you. You got threats left and right. You got alimony issues. You got child support. You got private schools. You got run a business. How can you do it? No wonder why men and women bail. They can't take it. Average divorce age for entrepreneurs. Listen. While the general U.S. divorce age hovers around 40 to 45, entrepreneurs often experience major personal transitions between ages 38 and 50, coinciding with business inflection points. I was 33. All right, here's about income. This is where you want to think about income. Because this might be the time when you want to say, you know what? I got to get out. I don't want to be a statistic. So I'm going to give you the statistic. Income ranges. Entrepreneurs' household in the U.S. report average annual incomes between $75,000 and $250,000, depending on the size, sector, and success of the business. Dual income. Entrepreneurial households, husband and wife, both contributing, often see combined incomes from $150,000 up to $500,000 or more. But these figures vary widely depending on industry and region. Keep preaching. Pro se, pro se, pro se. Let them file. Let them push you to the point where you delay, and you cut your own deal. Go on AI. Look at your jurisdiction. But you have to know your financial picture. If you're the petitioner or the respondent, the other thing is the tenure. How long have you been married? Key tips for entrepreneurs approaching divorce. Approaching. So if you're thinking about it or in it, stall it. Stall it. Fire your attorney. That's the other thing I learned. You could fire your attorney. They're misleading you. It's all about the money for them. If they see you that you have money, they are going to get a percentage of that shit. You got $1 million combined, they're going to be looking at 20 to 30% of that. Attorney fees are going to be about $300,000. No doubt about it. That's because you're emotionally attached to it. You're not looking at really the process. And that's what I didn't do. I thought I knew better, but I should have known the rules. I should have hired a coach than an attorney. The attorney was the worst thing I did. I've been saying that pro se. Okay? And if you're in a situation where you're building a business and you have employees and that, you can lose it all, man. These attorneys, they want to do an audit of your business. That's what happened in my first marriage. My ex-wife, thank God I had no ownership at the time. But I was the president of the company, and they went after me. They wanted to do an audit and everything. It's all money, and they just rack it up. It's terrible. The attorneys it's all about making money. Being an entrepreneur and being in business for 50 years, I was a fucking target. But if I did what I know now, and that's what I'm coaching you, being you aware of. Now, key tips for entrepreneurs approaching divorce. Do not commingle your personal business finances. Okay? Maintain clear documentation of ownership, roles, and contributions, just like a business. Protect intellectual property and key contracts. There's strategy. It's all about strategy. Prioritize the business's plan to avoid collapse during proceedings. That's what I mean about you can lose it all. Seek both legal and financial advice early. And as I mentioned before, get a therapist. Not a priest, not a friend. Get something structured. And I would read a lot of books. Listen to audiobooks. Listen. Go on YouTube, man. You go out and get a evaluation. Objective, unbiased evaluation. Know your game. Have a strategy. Look out. Where do I want to be 3 years from now? Where do I want to be 5 years from now? Where do I want to be 10 years from now? I keep talking about faith and hope. You got it. Okay. Now, if you have detailed or personal questions, consider using AI tools for initial guidance before you call anybody, before you hire anybody or anything. AI can provide rough ranges and insights to help you prepare before consulting professionals. Or you contact me. Not only will I give you AI, I'll give you my background, what happened to me and my friends. You're going to go through a lot of pain. Psychological, mental, financial, trauma with kids. Try to bring joy to yourself. Have faith, have hope. Start doing things with positive people. Be patient, be disciplined. And bring some joy to your life. Because if you're joyful, your kids are going to be joyful. From more of me, integrity matters. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your comments. All right. So I'll talk to you soon.